Hi everyone, good morning to everyone. So in the yesterday class, we completed up to system. So we have completed dashboard, network, policy and objects, security profiles, VPN, user and authentication, Wi-Fi monitoring system. Two tabs are pending. One is security fabric and second one is log and report. Security fabric can represents the logical topology and network topology. Meaning here how this particular firewall is connected. So when I'm clicking on this physical topology, in the California data center, so how this particular firewall, right now we are using perimeter firewall, how this firewall is deployed. So that representation can be made it, and it can be represented our port switches as well as routers and also porty access points and also porty connectors, porty routers. So if I'm maximizing this one, you can see here. So there are different things are there. So this firewall is deployed under. So this is example access points. This one is 6 devices. It is connected, and this one is internal firewall. This also internal firewall. So many internal firewalls it is there. We have seen already interfaces under network. Main firewall is 1 second. Yeah, this is switches and wireless LAN controllers. Internal firewall. This is campus firewall because this one they deployed in the California data center. Demo. You can see here demo. So this is the firewall we are using currently. So this is the firewall, how these firewalls are deployed and how it is connected. So what are devices are there in the entire data center, it showing those devices as well. So if something going down, so easily we can identify where exactly issue it is there. Not a just firewall level, even if it is switch it is going down or router is going down or access point is going down, easily we can identify. So this is called physical topology. This physical topology only FortiGate firewall is supporting. No other vendor firewall is supporting. As I said, Wi-Fi monitoring also supporting by FortiGate firewall. Physical topology and logical topology also supporting by FortiGate firewall. Palo Alto, Cisco, Juniper, Sonic Ward, WatchGuard, CyberRoam, all these firewalls, they don't have this capability. It can show the what are the interfaces are up or down, and it is running and health checkup it will show, but it will not show what are the total overall devices are there in the entire network. So this basically entire network architecture and how these firewalls are deployed. Okay, not only just firewall, even other devices also in the data center level. So currently it is showing as a routers and switches, wireless LAN controllers, access points. You can see other devices as well. All those devices are connected to our demo firewall. So this is our demo data center firewall. Okay, and NGFW our main firewall. This is our primary firewall. Okay, so that is about the physical topology. In the logical topology also, we can see same thing. It can be represented once again in the diagrammatic way. So how the logically this firewall is connected and which device to which devices it is connected and how these interfaces are configured. All those informations we can see under the logical topology. Okay. Yeah, same thing. So if you want to maximize this one, just you can scroll up in the mouse, or otherwise you can zoom out. So then you can see the what are the devices are connected. So this is our main firewall, NGFW primary. So this is the firewall. So speed is 10 Gbps. Port analyzer, you know already. Port analyzer is for the logging, storing of the logs. There are other devices also we have data center firewall. All these interfaces also configured. So we have seen under network all these interfaces. Okay, so that is about logical topology and physical topology. Next one is security rating. Security rating, can represent what is the security posture of the organization and what is severity of the respective each and every issue or alert notification. So if you want, you can modify the even severity based on business impact analysis. So most of the cases it's like a critical or high or medium or low. I'm not sure about critical, but high, medium, low is available. So for every issue, what is the severity? So we can go and we can define that one as well. Okay, so security rating, it is based on URL filtering, based on the antivirus, based on the DLP, based on the DNS control, based on the malware scanning, based on the Wi-Fi monitoring, based on the file filter, and so on. So whatever security profiles we configure for each and every profile, so they defined as a security rating. You are feeling that whatever by default FortiGate firewall is defined, security profiles are different, then you can change that one also. So that is customized security rating. Okay, so customized security rating also we can do that. By default, whatever it is FortiGate firewall is given, most of the customers they will follow that one only. Okay, so that is the security rating part. Um, Next one, automation. Automation, this one is a newly added tab. Previously, this tab is not there. So even I'm not sure why this one is added. So maybe in the firewall level, if you want to do something automation, we have to use this one. So example, using Python or any other scripting languages, we have to use this automation. Example, if you want to integrate all these firewall related alerts to not SIM tool, service no ticketing tool or BST or Remedy, or is there any other ticketing tool? So we can write the script and we can come here and we can create that particular policy and we can automate it. So that is one of the example. So that there is no need to create tickets manually in the ServiceNow or any other ticketing tool. So that is the automation button. Next one is a fabric connectors. Fabric connectors, you can see on the right hand side. So once again, topology wise, how these devices are connected in the data center. This is NGFW primary. So that is our main firewall, and demo DC firewall, that is internal firewall, and FortiGate VM64, that is one of the switch. In the similar way, so there are a lot of other devices are available in the FortiGate data center wherever California location this firewall is deployed. Okay, so next one is external connectors. External connectors, third party connectors. So FortiGate firewall it is supporting to other vendors as well. Example, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba, and also other vendors. Yeah, this is what I want to say. So AWS connector, Azure, GCP, and OCA connectors. OCA means Oracle Cloud. And the Cisco ACA connector, VMware NSX connector, New Age connector. So other endpoint related and the threat feeds related. So domain threat feed, all these are we can say that threat intelligence feeds. Regularly, we will receive the threat intelligence feeds, and we can integrate all those threat intelligence feeds. As I said, even day before yesterday as well. Whenever any example, Russia and Ukraine war is going on, in between these two countries, some of the other countries also doing the attacks, cyber attacks, and even Russia and Ukraine also doing attacks. In that scenario, couple of tools can identify what is the malicious IP address, malicious URL links, then malicious domain names, malicious hash values, and so on. So we will get the regular updates. We can take those updates and we have to integrate it to our firewall. So we are doing proactive threat hunting. If we are integrating threat intelligence feeds, example, maybe one of the malicious IP address is 1.1.1.1. From this IP, either brute force attack or phishing email, or maybe malware category of the attack, or maybe SQL injection attack, and so on. These attacks are coming. If we are blocking that particular IP proactively in our organization level, whenever attacker is trying to do the attack from that particular IP address, we can block it automatically. That is called proactive threat hunting. Okay, so that one part of SIM tool. So in future we can discuss about what is threat intelligence feeds and what is threat hunting mechanism. Okay, so these are all the threat feeds it is supporting currently. One is a domain feed, one is port EDR. Port EDR is antivirus or next generation antivirus, and port EDR address feed, IP address feed. That's what I said. So malicious hash values as well as IP addresses it can identify, and it can integrate it to our FortiGate firewall. And malware hash threat feed. So it's a malicious hash values. So what FortiGate firewall it has done, it is integrated with all these threat feeds, threat intelligence feeds. So different domain name threat feeds it's integrated, and also once again FortiGate, Port EDR. Port next generation antivirus domain address feed it is integrated. Port EDR address feed is integrated. Port EDR malware it is integrated. And even IP address separate other tool it is integrated. FortiGuard category it's SSL related. Okay. So what are the different types of SSL TLS related websites can be exempted? Nothing but it's URL kind of thing, right? So these are all the threat intelligence it is integrated. It is one type of proactive threat hunting. So meaning here, so regularly these devices, it can provide the malicious domains, malicious IP addresses, malicious URL links, malicious hash values. So proactively we are blocking all those things in our respective FortiGate firewall. Whenever any similar type of malicious IP address or malicious domains or malicious URL or malicious hash values attacks are coming to in our organization level, it will block it automatically. That is called threat intelligence feeds integration as well as proactive threat hunting. Threat intelligence feeds integration is a subset of so proactive threat hunting. Proactive threat hunting is depending on some other parameters as well. Vulnerability scans, risk assessment, then business impact analysis, threat intelligence feeds integration, cron jewel analysis. Okay, so these are all the other parameters threat hunting is depending on. Basically, threat hunting is L3 level in SIM tool. Okay. Next one is asset identifier. Asset identify center, meaning here. So what are the devices? It's like a CMDB. So when we discussed about vulnerability management, that time I told you couple of asset inventory tools are available. Example, CMDB, configuration management database. And also we have other vendor tools are available like IBM or HP and so on. So these tools, it can identify even ServiceNow as well. Sorry, ServiceNow also we can make a asset inventory. Not only for just ticketing creation, ServiceNow can be used as a knowledge base. ServiceNow can be used as asset inventory. ServiceNow also can be created as a change request, problem statement, solution statement, even incident tickets as well. So many uh, things are so many features it is supporting by ServiceNow. Okay, so coming back here in whatever CMDB or whatever ServiceNow, whatever IBM and HP, how these tools can be identified asset inventory in the similar way, even our FortiGate firewall can be identified. So respect to devices as well. So for this one, we have to enable SNMP version 3. So if you are enabling SNMP version 3, private string with the encrypted username and also encrypted password, it can identify the each and every asset name. So what is the server software OS and a device name, hardware model number, and whether Forti client is installed or not, and what the username and status or vulnerabilities as well. Okay, so that is about the asset identification. It's like one type of inventory identification. So that is about security fabric. In security fabric, main thing is so what are the devices it is supporting and how the topology contains. So whenever we are deploying firewall in our organization level, so what are the devices it can be shown automatically. Once you are deploying, it can be identified because we are enabling SNMP. If we are enabling SNMP, it can identify network discovery as well as network monitor. Okay, so that one in the fabric connector, it is actually it is other modules also it is showing, not only just this topology wise. So this already I explained when Aruna was sharing the screen. So from FortiGate side, they have lot of other tools are available. Okay, so if I'm opening the Fortinet company, Fortinet's SD-WAN, it is yesterday interview question. SD-WAN, it is dedicated for automation. If you want to configure routers, switches, firewalls at a time, even for multiple devices are there, we will use SD-WAN. So you can see here Fortinet website I've opened, and it is supporting to network security, nothing but our firewalls and enterprise networking. Once again, perimeter level firewall or internal firewall, zero trust access, JTNA, cloud security related, security operations like a FortiSIEM tool, threat intel and responses. So these are all the different types of products are developed by Fortinet company. Okay. So if we are going here, so we can see Fortinet related firewalls. If we are even proxy and also load balancers. If we are going for enterprise networking, we can see once again firewalls, zero trust access related products, cloud security related products, and security operation, nothing but our SOC related products and threat and intel response related products. So these are all the different types of product it is supporting. Okay. So those products are, so you can see next generation firewall and intrusion prevention system. They have separate devices called IPS, secure web gateway. What is secure web gateway? What is secure web gateway?
Email filter.
Email filter? Are you sure?
Yes.
No.
No. It is
between user and application gateway.
What is that called? What is that another name?
Proxy.
Application gateway.
Proxy.
Proxy.
Proxy is right answer.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, secure web gateway is nothing but proxy server. Another name, as I said, web gateway. So as Suprita said, it will act as a gateway between user and application. Secure web gateway, also called as application gateway, also called as a proxy server. Okay, vendor to vendor, they will call different names. Okay, so it is providing next generation firewall, IPS, secure web gateway. So these are the couple of products on the network security side. In the endpoint security side, we have SD-WAN. As I said, SD-WAN mainly for the total network related. So like a load balancers, routers, switches, firewalls, proxies, and network IDs, network IPS. If you want to configuration, if you want to do, so for that one, we will make automation and we can pull those automation to every device at a time. There is no need to go to the each and every device and we have to configure manually. It will take too much time. It's one of the trending technology in the networking side. Okay, yesterday entire question, what is the trending technology in the networking side? SD-WAN. Okay, so even AT&T, Cisco, Verizon, all other customers, they are migrating to this particular SD-WAN because all over the world, they have so many routers and switches and so on. So you can see other even devices that is supporting, not devices, products. In the similar way, zero trust, in the similar way, cloud security, in the similar way, security operation, you can see SIM tool. So FortiSIM we have, FortiSOAR we have, FortiADR, MDR, XDR, NDR, all these security related things. In the similar threat intelligence related. So nothing but IoT, all other devices. Okay. So if you are purchasing FortiGate itself, there is no other vendor is required. It is supporting almost all the tools. But as I said, the one vendor we should not purchase. What is the issue if you are purchasing only one vendor tools?
Any vendor, any firewall is damaged, we need to take the backup.
Support issue. Because if vendor, yeah, so that is not correct answer, Supritas. So basically support issue. That's what I told you, right? Even when we are discussing about Sophos CDR tool, so Sophos has so many tools are there and so many products are there. So in case example vendor is not giving the proper support, in that scenario, even maybe firewall issues will come, or even EDR issues will come, SIM issues will come, and so on. So support is very, very important. So support is very, very important. Whenever we are raising issue, they have to come to immediately and they have to work on whatever instant we raised. This is called vendor management. We will sometimes raise tickets with the vendor. Vendor has to come to online. They have to support us. That is called vendor management. Nothing but tools related. Okay. So support is very important. Other than that, features point of view, and also bandwidth. There are a lot of other things as well. So main part is support related thing. Okay. So you can see here, that's what. So fabric connectors meaning here FortiGate related things. What are the other products we can integrate? So that is the meaning here. So demo anyway, this is our demo tool, and port analyzer. We can integrate to port analyzer or firewall, and we can integrate it to cloud, and we can integrate it to Porti client EMS. So all these are Porti client EMS, and we can integrate the sandboxing. It's for malware analysis, and the Porti manager to managing all the firewalls. Porti NAC tags, nothing but network access control list, dedicated to endpoint side. Okay, so these are all the other products we can integrate FortiGate firewall. Okay, so that is about fabric connectors meaning here. What are the other products we can integrate FortiGate firewall? Okay, so Fortinet is a company and FortiGate is a firewall name. Similarly, like a Tenable is a company name, Nessus is a tool name. In this similar way, Fortinet is a company, FortiGate is a firewall. So that is about security fabric. So next one is the log and report. So log and report, it's a completely monitoring purpose. This is mainly for L1, L2, L3 operations that may be dedicated to firewall operations, or that may be even you are working for SOC operations as well. Okay, so our main tab is log and report. So if are working for SOC operations, our main thing is log and report. So log and report, mainly it can represent it. So what traffic is going on? What is inbound traffic and what outbound traffic? So basically it can do the mainly for instant investigation purpose. We will use this particular log and report tab. Okay. So under log and report, we have so many tabs are there. First tab name is called forward traffic. So most of the cases we will use forward traffic only. Okay. So forward traffic. So how this traffic will come? I need that particular answer. How this traffic is appearing here? Anyone?
Based on policies.
Excellent. Based on the policies. Based on whatever policies configured, whenever these inbound employees, I mean internal employees, they are trying to access the external applications, that is nothing but outbound traffic. In the similar way, outbound public or customers, they are trying to access our internal application, that is nothing but inbound traffic. So in this scenario, these particular traffic, inbound traffic and outbound traffic, water packet is entering into the organization level. So it will reach to the each and every policy. Nothing but it will validate each and every policy. And whenever the policy will match, so it will stop that particular policy. That's what we discussed theoretical, right? So top to bottom or top down approach. So then it will hit that particular policy. Then after that, it will generate the traffic in the log and report tab. So based on the policies configured, so we can see this particular traffic. Even we can go and see which policy this particular traffic is initiated. Nothing but it is hitted the role or policy. That information also we can see. Okay, yeah. So you can see your date and time. So regularly these log, I mean traffic. So in SIM tools, there are two types of things we can integrate. When I say things, one is logs. So log is different. Log is a backend activity. Any computer recorded activity is called a log. So that is logs we will integrate. Even this traffic also will integrate. This traffic we will call it as, if are using Cisco switches, what we'll call it as? Cisco switches.
NetFlow.
What about HP? HP?
Yes, flow.
SFlow.
Juniper?
SFlow. JFlow.
Yeah, JFlow. Yeah, JFlow. So this traffic, so right now they are using port traffic, port switches and port routers. Then what we will call it as? Currently in their data center of the Portigate in California locations. So we have seen already. So they are using port switches and port routers and port wireless LAN controllers. So what type of what is the traffic name we'll call it as? Net flow data only. So other basically net flow term is given by Cisco, but we will use regularly net flow, net flow, net flow, net flow. So we can call it a net flow. That's fine. Now here regularly this traffic will come. So whenever user is trying to access, that may be untrust to trust or trust to untrust or untrust to DMZ or DMZ to trust. So there are the 6 possible trial and error methods, otherwise permutations and combinations. Okay, so whenever these rules it is configured or policies are configured, it will hit that particular packet and it will generate the traffic logs here. This is not logs, traffic here. Logs we have separate tab is there. Okay, so here you can see source IP, so device and destination, application name, a result, and policy ID. So what is policy ID here? Anyone? What is policy ID? What is policy ID? What is policy ID, guys? Yeah, you
Name
can
of
go see
counselor.
example. Name of the policy. Name of the policy. FSA management virtual IP, DNS, block malicious, port EDR. Okay, ISFW WAN. So we'll go and we will see whether these policies are created or not. Just we will verify. I think first policy is a block EDR malicious activity only. And after that DNS, we have seen DNS as well. In the similar way, ISFW, yeah, block malicious by port EDR, DNS. So these are all the policies, right? This is the policy name. Same thing we are showing there also. That's what I told you now. So whenever any inbound traffic or outbound traffic it is coming, these policies it will hit, and that particular traffic we can go and we can observe under the forward traffic. Okay. Is it clear or not? I'm asking you, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir.
done. So in this one now, whenever any alerts notifications will come in the firewall, so where alert notifications will come to us? Where alert notifications will come to us?
Logs and reports.
Logs and
Dashboards.
reports.
Dashboard, sir.
Dashboard, sir. Dashboard.
Dashboard. Under dashboard, which tab?
Security tab.
Security tab. Yes, and one more tab.
Status.
Top of threats.
Top threats. You are right. These 2 tabs basically. So under dashboard, we have security tab is available and also top threats option is available. So we have to regularly monitor these 2 tabs. Why? Because whenever any alerts will come, not only this tool, even Sophos CDR, even vulnerability assessment, even SIM tool as well, always we have to open the tool and we have to see what are the different types of offenses or alerts or incidents are coming to our organization. That is the first thing we have to do. Okay. So once those alerts will come, so then we have to come back here and we have to gather the information. There itself we will gather the IOC, indicator of compromise, and IOA, indicator of attacker information. So nothing but which system is going to impact, that IP address, and whether it is end user system or server, where it is located, and what is the MAC address, what is the device name or computer name or server name. In the similar way, what is the destination IP address? Nothing but attacker IP address. So that attacker IP address and the attacker country, what is the MAC address of attacker MAC address? I don't think we can identify those details. And the next one is what is the action? That is very, very important. First thing is, whenever any alert will come, what we have to verify action. Action meaning here, either it is allow or block. For block thing, we have to treat it as a which type of incident? For block action.
False positive.
Excellent. False positive. Whenever something it is blocking, not only in the firewall, even it is a proxy, even in the firewall, even in the EDR tool, or even in the IPS. IDS will not support. IDS only for detection, right? So in this particular scenario, whenever blocked activity is there, that one we have to suspect as a false positive. If something allowed or quarantined or maybe alert or maybe even other things, then we have to think that one as a notification. So then we have to go and we have to work on that particular instant or alert notification. So we have to suspect as a true positive, but 100% is not a true positive. Understood or not? So for false positive side, we have to, for blocked activity, so we have to suspect as a false positive. If it is allow or if it is alert or quarantine, those things we have to think as a true positive, and we have to go and we have to do the analysis. Okay. So yeah, so unfortunately it is buffering. Yeah. So come back here. So we can see source IP, device, and also destination where it is going. Either see according to the source IP, destination IP, we have to. Okay, now I will ask a couple of questions on this one. Can you explain what is the first one? Whether it is from internet to internal or give me 1 minute. So whenever you are analyzing the traffic analysis, you should understand for that particular rule from where to where it is configured. So how can we identify that one? So according to the source and destination and also policy. So according to these three parameters, we can identify whether it is a trust to untrust or trust to DMZ or untrust to trust or untrust to DMZ. Okay. Nothing but internal to internal, internal to internet. So these two things we have to verify based on the IP address. You know already. Yeah. Can you explain now? It is, you can see, so recently one more traffic has come. Now you can explain. So what is the first policy? I mean, first traffic from where to where it is going?
From external to internal.
Yes, from external to internal, nothing but untrust to trust, public to internal. So whether it is internal IP or private IP or not?
Private IP.
Yes, it's a public IP and it's a private IP. So from this particular thing, now we can say that this policy is created to untrust to trust or trust to untrust.
Untrust to trust.
That's right. Yeah, so we can create policies from anywhere. Untrust to trust also we can create, trust to untrust also we can create. Okay, Even that's what we discussed, right? So brute force attack related blocking of the IP address. We have to create trust to untrust or untrust to trust. Untrust to trust. That's right. Untrust to trust we have to create. So this particular traffic source is a public IP and destination is a private IP and application name is a HTTPS. Next one is policy ID is a WAN data center firewall virtual IP. So this particular policy ID it is hitted and it is generated. So next one we have so trust to trust. This one is a trust to trust. So it's a DNS application name is DNS. So we integrated with the DNS server. Did you remember? Did you remember we integrated with the primary DNS and secondary DNS?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this policy is for dedicated DNS resolution from once again. So trust to trust only. So action is accepted and policy name is a DNS. In this similar way, so many traffics it will come. Coming back here. So packet capture, I told you already. If you want to download or export, normally we will export the packet capture PK file. So when we will use this PK file, every time we will not use a PK file export and we will do analysis. Sometimes we need a deeper investigation and it is not able to identify in the SIM tool. Then that time only we will come here. So as I said, SOC opposite team name is called NOC, Network Operations Center. So Network Operations Center will monitor servers, applications, as well as network. So whenever any issue will come, where is the exact issue, whether it is in the network level or application level or server level. So that one can be monitored by our NOC tools. So as I said, couple of tools we have like a Riverbird, next one SolarWinds, next one is WhatsApp Gold, Fluke Networks. So many tools are available in the market. Okay. So we have to monitor network application as well as server and it can identify where is the issue. Some of the scenarios, so they are not sure what is the exact issue. In that scenario, they will take the packet capture and they can go and they can identify using Wireshark analysis tool. Okay. So even SOC operations also, what I want to say or what I want to try to say here, as compared to SOC operations team, NOC operations teams will do packet capture more. Okay. So even SOC team also will do packet capture when we will do example, one of the log sources logs are not reflecting in the SIM tool. So that time we will do packet capture. Even if you want to do the deeper investigation, that one is not identified SIM tool. In that scenario also we can do so this packet capture. After doing the packet capture, so which one we have to filter out? How can you identify? Anyone? Based on what parameters? Okay, this
IP
one
address,
only we
sir.
have to do packet. Yes, based on IP address. Where can you identify IP address?
From the log source.
Log source.
From the log source, not log source. SIM tool alert notification. Okay, even here also, if it is dedicated to firewall, yes, it's a log source. I mean, firewall itself. So there is no need to log source is not required. But in the SIM tool, alert notification will come. Yes, your log source you have to filter out. In that scenario, log source will be firewall. So first of all, we have to identify what is the IP address. Okay, so then after taking the IP address, you have to come to here and we have to filter out here. So this is called filtering option. Even in SIM tool also, one of the definition is a filtering and also querying, indexing, parsing, normalization. So this is called filtering option. Okay, so we have to click on the plus symbol and filtering we can do based on several parameters. We can see date and time wise, we can see source wise, device wise, destinations wise, application name wise, so many ways we can do. But most of the cases we will go and we will select which one?
IP.
Source IP. Yeah, source IP wise. We can go and we can select based on the source IP wise. So here we can select the source IP, then respect to, give me 1 second, IP address. Yeah, source. So source, not full name, IP is not there, just a source. So example from this particular IP in SIM tool. Okay, so one of the alert has come and we want to analyze a deeper investigation. Then we have to come here and we have to filter out this particular IP address. Just click on this one and apply. That's all. Then automatically, whatever that particular source IP connections either inbound or outbound. So I told you a couple of use cases as well. One of the end user system is got compromised. It is keep on communicating to command and control server. So example from this IP, it is communicating to command and control server. We have to identify that IP address in the SIM tool alert notification, and we have to filter out. Now different destinations will come. So what is the IP address most it is communicating? That one we have to suspect as a which IP?
Command and control IP.
Excellent. Command and controller IP. Then we have to take that IP address. We have to go to the reputation checks like a IP wide, IP abuse database, MX tool, Cisco Talos, IBM Exports. There are lot of open source tools are available. We have to check the reputation of the IP, and finally we have to block that IP address. Where we have to block the IP address?
Firewall.
Firewall under which tab? Under which tab? Under which tab will block IP address?
Policy and objects.
Policy and objects. This is also yesterday entire question. In FortiGate firewall, where will you block IP address? That is yesterday entire question. So under policy and object. Under policy and object, we will block the IP address in the FortiNet firewall. Okay. So this is one of the use case. In the similar way, other use cases also, brute force attack related use cases, then phishing email related use cases. Can anyone explain phishing email related to one of the use case? Can anyone explain one of the phishing email use case? You will come and you will check in the forward traffic under log and report of FortiNet firewall. Can you give one of the use case? I given one of the use cases. One of the end user system is got compromised and it's keep on communicating to the command and control server. In that scenario, example, this system is got compromised and it is communicating to command and control service 83.231.212.84. Example, this one may be command control for suppose. Now we can go and we can see what are the connections it is going on. What application it is trying to access. We can see application name also. Whether he copied any data or not. All those information we can see under the application name wise. And also additionally, we have to identify DLP logs as well. DLP logs also we have to verify. Okay. Yes. Can you use another 2 to 3 use cases? Yes, hi. Yes, VPN authentication failures from the same source IP for different geolocations. That's perfect. Yes, we can identify that use case as well. You are right. Any other?
User access and malicious URL.
Privilege escalation, not exactly. Route server logs are important as compared to firewall. Any other? Yes, that's what I'm expecting. This use case I'm expecting. So one of the phishing attackers sent a phishing email to multiple users. So which type of phishing that one we'll call it as?
Spear phishing, sir.
Spear phishing. So in that scenario, we need two types of log sources logs, or even we have to come to two types of devices or tools. What are the two types of devices or tools?
Firewall.
Firewall and also
SMTP server.
proxy. Proxy.
Proxy.
Firewall and proxy and SMTP server. We will identify for initial investigation. How many end users are received? Yes, you are right. Initially, we have to go and we have to identify how many end users are. It is received email that is on the SMTP server side. After identifying that particular information, then we have to come to either firewall or proxy to check who are all received these particular mails and what activity it has done. All those inbound traffic and outbound traffic connections can be validated here only. Understood? So who are clicked on, that one also we can see. Where we can see who are clicked on. So source IP, destination IP fine, but whenever somebody is clicked on, where can we see who are clicked on what?
Here only, sir, with the help of log reports.
Logs.
Under
Firewall
application name.
only.
Under application name, we can see who clicked on what. So that URL connection also, right now it is showing only Portigot switch, but basically in the practical real environment. So what exact applications they clicked on, what is the URL link, everything we can see here. Okay, so here we can see under application name. Now we have to go on, we have to see DLP logs also. After verifying here, so what is the action it is defined? Example, for suppose one of the phishing attackers sent a phishing email to URL link or maybe malware attachments to 100 users, right? Out of 100 users, first information we can identify through SMTP server, nothing but email server. How many users are received that particular phishing email? After that, we have to come back and we have to identify the IP addresses and we have to filter out. So either you can filter out URL link or subject line and so on. Then we'll come to know how many users. Even after checking here, who clicked on what, that application name also we can see here. And what is the result? Accept or deny. According to that particular activity, how many people are action it is blocked, how many people are action it is allowed. How many people are clicked on the URL link or how many people are clicked on the malware attachment. So if people are not touching anything in the email, that one, it is like a blocked. If something they are clicked on the malicious URL link, in that scenario, it will appear whether it is a blocked activity or allowed activity. So blocked activity anyway, it is a false positive. Allowed activity, we have to suspect as a true positive. And now we have to go and we have to see what is the CNC attacker server IP address. So regularly which server IP address it is communicating. Okay, all those analysis. First, as I said, we have to analyze everything in the logs itself, but this one is a traffic. Even we have to come to firewall. So as I said, L2 and L3 teams always they will use not only SIM tool, but also they will use all other tools as well. So ADR tools, proxy, firewall, network IDS, network IPS, all of the tools, they do have access. Okay, so this is one of the very important tab, guys. So then we have to filter out. So even if you want to filter out based on the any other, yes, we can do that one as well. Okay, user wise, then we have to put the username. Contains example username. This information we'll get it from the SIM tool and we have to put the name of the user and apply here. That's all. So this is the way how normally we can filter out. Even this filter out also we can do in the SIM tool also. Filtering. Filtering is based on, now you can see how many parameters, so many parameters. Filtering we can see based on date, based on time, based on source, based on device, based on destination, based on application and so on. So that is called filtering. Understood or not? Filter something. Even this filter we did on which one? At the time of Nessus tool. Where did we do this data filter? Where did we do data filter in Nessus tool? Not Nessus tool. in NES at the time of explaining the NSS. So I have done somewhere filtering option where.
Based on severity, sir. Actually.
Yes, which one? Excel sheet, guys. Even in Excel sheet also we can do data filter. Filtering option is available based on the severity, you are right.
In reports.
Yes, in the reports. In the reports we can do filtering. Yes. So this is one of the very important. Coming back here, example, maybe this is okay. So causing the one of the deeper investigation, you have to download this file. You are downloading this file. This is also called exporting. After exporting the PCAP file, then where we have to go? We have to go to Wireshark tool to analyze. Wireshark tool will give the TCP IP layer analysis. Under the TCP IP layer, we have 4 layers. One is the application layer. Second one is the internet layer, transport layer, network interface layer. These are all the 4 layers. So now after exporting this particular topic, now we'll come to know what is the issue, whether it is application layer issue, like a DNS records issue, or HTTP or HTTPS issue, or whether it is a TCP 3-way handshake is not completing in the transport layer. In the network layer, packet is a dropping, or packet is a resetting, or packet retransmission is happening. In the network interface layer, is there any time division multiplexing issues or frame issues, and also physical layer issues, or decoding or encoding issues. So all these verifications we will do using Wireshark tool. I will take separate session on the Wireshark. Okay. So this is not only applicable to just whenever if you want to do deeper investigation, this is also applicable to once the log sources are logs, once the log sources logs are not reflecting or not coming or not showing in the SIM tool. Okay. So that is about the forward traffic. Now you can go and you can see couple of other tabs also. Local traffic, multicast traffic. Multicast is dedicated to from single source IP to multiple IP addresses. Okay. So local traffic as loop back address. This is loop back address. So from loop back address to what are the traffic is going on, and also some other IPs as well. So next one is multicast traffic from single source IP, multiple IP addresses. Sniffer traffic. So somebody is trying to do sniffing, nothing but spoofing kind of thing. In that scenario, we have to use this particular thing. ZTNA traffic, zero trust network access. So this one is a dedicatedly even either insider threat or internal users or external attackers. They don't have sufficient control and they are trying to do activity. In that scenario, we have to configure ZTNA server and we have to see the traffic here. Before that, we have to create a policy. Based on this policy ID only, it will appear here. Next one, system events. So all these up to forward traffic, local traffic, multicast traffic, sniffer traffic, ZTNA traffic, all these are traffic related. Now all these are events. So in IBM QRadar, so we can integrate both events as well as flow data. Flow data is called network traffic flow data. Only 3 to 4 vendors only supporting integrating of net flow data as well as events or logs. One is IBM QRadar, second one is HP ArcSight, third one is McAfee, fourth one is I think Logarithm. These 4 vendors only supporting integrating so logs as well as traffic. Other vendors are not supporting. Okay, that means we can integrate this traffic as well as events also. Because most of the attacks will come like a flooding category, spoofing category. Mean these type of attacks, it will come through these particular traffic only. Okay, so system events. So these are all the different types of events we have. Okay, but right now it is not showing. So router events, 0 events it is showing. So
Yeah,
general
hi, sir.
system.
Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, may I know packet sniffing attack?
Yeah, packet sniffing attack meaning here attacker will use third-party tool to sniff and to mask his original identity. That is called packet sniffing. This one type of Tor IP, yeah, spoofing we said, right? In the similar way, same as it is. So packet sniffing also, what attacker will, this is basically network level attack. So it is a technique basically where the packet data flowing across the network, it is detected and observed. So network administrators, what normally they will do, they will whatever packet sniffing it is happening, so that packet sniffing data he will take and he will go to the respective Wireshark tool and they will analyze whether this particular packet sniffing is happening in the internal IP or external IP. It is one type of spoofing basically. Understood?
Yes, sir. In sniffer traffic, we can see what type of data will be captured by the attacker.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Thank you.
So
sir.
what type of data he captured? Yes, we can see the data as well.
In sniffer
If-
traffic.
Yes, right. So if you are exporting the, I mean, packet capture, and if you are going to the Wireshark tool or other Microsoft related network traffic analyzers, so we have under network interfaces, decimal data, hexadecimal data, and base 64 data. So these are the three types of data. I will show practically when we are I mean analyzing the Wireshark. So these are the three types of data we can see. One is base 64, hexadecimal, or normal raw data. Yes, we can see that data as well. You are right. Yeah, combination of both inbound and outbound. Yeah. So coming back, these are all the events. So these events, okay, so we will integrate. So there are different types of events here. Security, see, there are two types of events, guys. This is also interview question. So day before yesterday, one of the interview question is under Windows Server or under Windows system related logs, what type of logs we will see, or what types of logs we will integrate. So already I told you at the time of event ID discussion and also brute force attack related discussion, there are two types of event ID. We discussed event ID 4624 and 4625. There are so many other event IDs as well. Account detected, account locked out, account created, so account modified, and so on. So coming back here, so auditing related logs, whenever we are saying, so it is nothing but successful login or failure login. That is called audit. So we have some other logs also, that is application, malware, next one system or configuration, and so on. So those are all other logs. Every logs we have to integrate it to SIM tool. This one also they will expect. What type of Windows related logs you will integrate it to SIM tool. So we have to say forwarded events, system, configuration, application, security audit related logs. Okay, so not only just only dedicated Windows, this is applicable to Linux, this is applicable to all other log sources as well. So now you can see security events. Security events meaning here, whatever attacks are happening and it is showing in the firewall level. So example, malware related or phishing email related or domain blocking related or IP blocking related or malicious URL blocking related, everything. All those events we will integrate. Example, firewall is blocking and also same logs will integrated SIM tool. In SIM tool also that log will show as a block. Then we have to treat that type of incident as a, which type of incident? False positive. Yes, false positive. Already firewall is blocking. Even this applicable to EDR as well. Even this applicable to IPS as well. Even this applicable to proxy as well, WAF as well. Okay, only IDS tool and also SIM tool, these two are monitoring and alerting tool only, alert tool only, but it will not block anything. Okay, so these are all the events, log settings. So this is nothing but log integration. How to integrate logs to the SIM tool. So now you can see here a remote logging and archiving. Okay, so archiving meaning here removing the logs from the wherever logs are stored. That is called archiving. So send logs to POT analyzer or POT manager. If you are using more than one firewall, then you can integrate to POT manager, or if it is a single firewall, you can integrate to port analyzer. Otherwise, directly you can integrate with SIM tool as well. So we have to provide the SIM tool IP address here, test connectivity. We have to click on test connectivity. Now you can see connected. When you say connected, that means all the firewall logs are going to SIM tool. Whether traffic is going or only logs are going.
Log.
Only logs are both the traffic and logs.
Log.
Logs.
Also.
Only logs, you are right. Only logs. For traffic integration, we will use a couple of other collectors otherwise. Collectors we will use to integrate the net flow data. Okay. So in this similar way, here we have to enter example IBM QRadar IP address. We have to select the IBM QRadar IP address and give test connectivity. If it is connected successfully, click on test connectivity. It is showing as a connected, then successfully logs are going. Otherwise, logs are not going. If it is showing as red color and some issue is there, that means logs are not going. Then we have to go on, we have to analyze first configuration related issues. And second one is we have to do the packet capture in between FortiGate FortiDemo as a source IP and IBM QRadar IP address a destination IP. Filter out these two under the forward traffic and do the packet capture and analyze in the Wireshark tool or maybe Microsoft Network Traffic Analyzer tool. Okay, so that is how to integrate logs. But whatever in the class notes I provided, that is generic way how to integrate logs to SIM tool syslog. But in this scenario, what they are doing, they are integrating to port analyzer. From port analyzer, they are integrating to SIM tool. That is also we can do. Okay, so these are all the loggings. Next one is threat weight. Threat weight once again severity wise, like a security rating wise, even threat rating. So threat rating can represent threat weight. Sorry, threat weight will represent. So what type of severity? So similar like a security rating. Here you can see game wise. Do you think game related application protection is a medium severity or critical severity? So P2P, point to point related. In the similar proxy, in the similar remote access, intrusion related IPS. So example, malware detection. So all these things critical they have mentioned. File blocked. Why they have mentioned low? See, under malware detection, you can see virus detected, Fortinet virus detected, Forti sandbox virus detected. It is a critical. Why? Why Forti sandbox virus? I mean, file blocked is a low.
More to
What is the reason? See, detector means only detecting, but it's not blocking. So that's what's the critical severity. But here file is blocking, all malicious content of the file is blocking. That's what's a low severity. Understood? It's only for detection. It's for blocking. You should analyze all these. Botnet communication. So botnet we discussed, right? So botnet is completely critical. So always our end user systems, it will get compromised. It will keep on communicating to botnet server, bot header. That is one type of IPS. Botnet also sometimes we can say system is got compromised, it communicating to CNC server. That is one type botnet only. So all other related, okay, so another use cases. So like what is it? So example, maybe you will think like EMS threat feed, it's a critical, you can do that one also. Malware list, it's a critical, you can do that. So that's what I said. So whatever this one is provided threat weight, it's a completely default one. So you will feel from your business, it is a critical one. Yes, we can do that one as well. Okay. So that means here, so okay, we have to, give me 1 second, guys. Laptop is going to die. Yes. Thanks. Yeah. So this is a threat level. As I said, if you want, you can do based on the business impact and also risk assessment, you can change these threat weights as well. 40 analyzer reports. It's a dedicated to log reports. Log reports. Okay. So can we click and can we download? Application risk and control. So it's one of the report they created. No, unfortunately, we don't have the download option. Yeah, it is. We have option. Just you can double click. Just you can click on double click. It can appear. So this is the report. So executive summary. So every report normally. So this one is application risk and control, dedicated to application wise. What all the applications are risk, and it is okay. So maybe weightage wise, what is the risk is involved. Okay. So every report contains the table, you know, and executive summary is very, very important. So these are the different types of how that particular attacks will come. One is file sharing, conferencing, video, social media related. So they provided even traffic shaping, IPS, DLP. So they classified. So malware, traffic shaping, and social networking related, and other videos, audios, and so on. And executive summary, every report normally we have to make executive summary. This is applicable to vulnerability and assessment, vulnerability assessment and pen test as well. So high risk applications. So these are all the different types of high risk applications: critical severity, high, medium, elevated, and low. So malicious applications are the application that can bypass security. Let's go and see whether they really given the applications names. So, but examples they given: botnet is a number one, critical, P2P is a high, medium, and low. Yes, they given even that severity wise as well. So DNS. So based on the here, based on the color code also we can say. So you can see here color code. So blue color. Now what is this one? What is the severity now? Elevated. Elevated nothing but low. So RDP. So nothing but high. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So critical, high, medium, low. Informational. So these are the top risky applications. Top risky applications. Application category. So web application. So everything they based on this dedicated applications wise only this report. If you want, you can make a custom report as well. But right now they created only one report. So we can create IDS related, IPS related, antivirus related, DNS filtering related. Then we can create app control, web control, voice over IP traffic, Wi-Fi monitoring. So many reports we can create. Okay. In the similar scheduled reports, these reports, it will be generated and it will come to our email. So you can see schedule every 1 week. Okay. So there are different types of reports. Sometimes in the interview, they will ask this one also. So what are the different types of reports you will create? So one is application, top 10 application or top 20 applications, bandwidth and application wise, usage wise, cyber bullying indicators report. So from which IPs these particular attacks are coming, high bandwidth application usage, nothing but bandwidth, self harm, and risk indicate reports. You can note all these reports, guys. VPN report, web usage report, threat report. You can make in our notes. What are the different types of reports you will create in the Fortinet firewall? So these are the example couple of reports. Clear? We can do customization reports as well. We can do. Yes, please. Yes, in the IBM Curator, I think, are you offline or online? Okay. Yeah, Divya. So you are right. So I told you already. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Divya. Yeah. In IBM. Yeah, I think some latency, some network connectivity issues. That's fine. So in the IBM QRadar side, I told you already. So we can create firewall denied activity, IDS IPS denied activity, EDR allowed activity, denied activity, weekly report, monthly report. So there are two different types of reports we can create. One is security related reports. One is related to our instant tracking reports. Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's one of the interview question, guys. What are the different types of reports we will generate or we will create? Even dashboards also. What are the different type of dashboards we will create? So this is also one of the interview question. Okay, most of the case this one will be created by L3 team. Still they will expect, do you know how to create the reports or not? Or do you know how to create dashboards or not? Okay, please go through all these FortiGate demo tool and please play with this tool. And if you have any queries, please let me know. So I will, if you want any times, so how many times if you want, I can explain, not an issue. First you can go and you can play, and if you have still issues are there and you are not able to understand, please let me know, then I can take one more time. Okay, so that's all for today. Tomorrow onwards, we will continue application security. Application security already SDLC life cycle is completed. So tomorrow, I think today evening it's not possible for me because I have couple of meetings are scheduled. So tomorrow I will take the class tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning I will start cryptography controls. So one of the very, very favorite interview topic. Please join tomorrow as well. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Do you have any questions? Yeah, please go through the tool and let me know if you have any queries. Yes, Karthik. Service now. I will show that one practically. Separate topic is there. You're welcome. So separate topic is there, how to create ticket in the service no ticketing tool. So I can show that one practically once again. Separate demo tool is there. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much and have a great day.
But TCP dump analysis also we can do this way.
Yeah,
Like
TCP dump, we can take it from server. We have to ask server team to provide the TCP dump file. We have to run one of the command from the either Windows or Linux, and then they will give the respective file. Then we have to go and we have to analyze. You are right.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Okay, guys, have a nice day. Take care.
Thank